ṣe ní kò lè bá ní o. Ìṣára kọ́jọ̀gbọ́n Wọlé Ṣóyínká kákí ikú oríire 90 ọdún lókè ìbẹ̀. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Wọlé Ṣóyínká ẹ̀bà mi bí wọ́n lè bí pé ṣé wọ́n nẹ́ àbí Wọlé Ṣóyínká wẹ́lẹ̀nẹ́. Wọlé Ṣóyínká ò ṣòkòtò ìyádùn wọ̀ tí bàbá rẹ̀ ń dẹ́ni lẹ́nu. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Wọlé Ṣóyínká ọmọ bíbí inú Mama Grace Ẹniọlá Ṣóyínká ọmọbìnrin àlùfáà àgbà bàbá Canon J.J. Ransom Kuti Raymond Periyẹn lílé ìgbẹ̀yìn ẹni ṣàgbékalẹ̀ orin ògo ilẹ̀ Ẹ̀gbá látọdúnmọ́dún kọ́ńtè ní mátàsíyá orílẹ̀-èdè kọ́ńtè ní mákọrin orílẹ̀-èdè orin Ẹ̀gbá tí ń kọ́ tí wọ́n àbíkọ́. Bàbá Canon J.J. Ransom Kuti lè kọrin ògo yẹn. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Wọlé Ṣóyínká dẹni 90 ọdún láyé bórí bá gbági gbọ́pẹ̀ bí kò bá fọ́ orí ọ̀hún aládìgbẹ̀yìn o. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Wọlé Ṣóyínká o nùbẹ́ẹ̀lù rẹ̀ Ẹ̀gbá mọ́lí ṣàbí agbóhùngbàgbàlà Ẹ̀gbá ọmọ àfipà bá yọ̀rùn gbólẹ̀ túkẹ́túkẹ́túkẹ́ dédé ìgbà ré ẹjọ́ Ẹ̀gbá ń jàre. Ẹ̀gbá ọmọ ajítọ̀wọ́ àlejò bọ́nú ọ̀bọ̀ ìbọn ìhóògùn. Ẹ̀gbá rọmọ òṣìlẹ̀kùn gbálẹ̀kùndé àwa rọmọ ajítọ̀wọ́ àlejò bọ́nú ọ̀bọ̀ ìbọn ìhóògùn. Dédé Ẹ̀gbá ìgbà kẹrẹ ẹjọ́ Ẹ̀gbá ń jàre. Ọmọ ṣẹkẹrú olówó ẹ̀yọ àbàtàbútú ọlọ́rọ̀ lọ́mọ Ẹ̀gbá. Ọmọ aṣẹ́fọ́ọ̀dẹ ọmọ aṣọ apàtí bàbá lẹ̀kẹ̀ ọmọ aṣàlọ kó tó dìjà wàràwàrà. Ẹ̀gbá lọ́mọ onígbẹ̀dú àlùlà àwọn Ẹ̀gbá lọ́mọ onígbẹ̀dú àlùlówó lọ́wọ́ tàbí bá kọ́. Ẹ̀gbá rọ ọmọ apìtì bá pa ọ̀run là yíyọ kẹ́lẹ́kẹ́lẹ́ ẹkùn lójúkọ́. Ẹni bá fọwọ́ tọ́ bàtà Ẹ̀gbá lójú onítọ̀hún á gbọ́ pọnlá lójú àwọ̀. Ẹ̀gbá ọmọ onígbẹ̀dú àlùlà Ẹ̀gbá ọmọ onígbẹ̀dú àlùlówó lọ́wọ́. Ẹ̀gbá gbogbo ògbà lé ẹjọ́ Ẹ̀gbá ń jàre. Ẹ̀gbá ọmọ alùpùpù bọ́tẹ̀jà. Kábíyèsí aláké orí Ẹ̀gbá Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Wọlé Ṣóyínká ń ṣayẹyẹ ọjọ́ ìbí. Kédùmarè ọba aláàánú jẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe púpọ̀ èdè wọn bá ń dáwọ́lé Kédùmarè jẹ́ kó yọrí sí rere o. Kábíyèsí aláké orí Ẹ̀gbá ti ya àyájọ́ èní sọ̀tọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti ń ṣe àyájọ́ àti ọ̀sẹ̀ fún àjàdùn Lísàbí. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba o. Bí ènìyàn bá lọ́lọ́gbọ́n ayé ẹ̀jẹ̀ káyìn wọ́n nígbà ayé wọn kò ń ṣe gbà ìyá bá kú nìkan rẹ àmọ́ má sọ ohun èèyàn bá ti ṣe ìyẹn máa dùn pọ̀ o. Kábíyèsí Ẹ̀gbá ń dọ̀tun adé dọ̀tun Ẹ̀gbá ń dọ̀tun kẹrẹwú jígí alábàjá ṣẹ́gi Ẹ̀gbá ń dọ̀tun àbàjá dídùbú ọmọ òkú kẹ́nu Ẹ̀gbá ń dọ̀tun àjànàkú ṣenú màdú èrìn ayó bí ẹni àánú Ẹ̀gbá ń dọ̀tun. Kábíyèsí ọmọ ẹni dára ìyá yín dára yìí àtẹ. Kábíyèsí ìyá yín kò dọ́kọ rí ìṣe rẹ̀ ni o. Ọmọ ròóre ọmọ líka ìjòkó ọlọ́jà obìnrin afẹ́rúwẹ́rẹ́ rẹ̀ mọ líka kò gbọ́n púpọ̀ ó bọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ lọ́mọ ẹrú kárí ọmọ rẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ará akẹ́màdó pàjọ méjì ọmọ àjọgbẹ̀rú mama àjọgbẹ̀kọ ẹrú rẹ̀ ń sé ní ẹ̀kọ́ kò má sì nìyàn. Ọmọ kó lè peku kó lè pààrọ̀ kó pààrọ̀ ìkọ̀ngàn lódò rí kó má kà ó. Abilakẹ́rẹ́ mú mọ̀ abilakẹ́rẹ́ mú mọ̀ n kò mẹ́ja nájú ṣòro ariwo abilakẹ́rẹ́ mú mọ̀ abilakẹ́rẹ́ mú mọ̀ kò mẹ́ja nájú ṣòro. Kábíyèsí ará Kémàjò Kábíyèsí ará mọ́ ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ akọ̀lára jìjì. Kábíyèsí ará ìjẹun ọmọ olójúgbé. Kábíyèsí ìgbẹ̀yìn mẹ̀tú omore gbòrè. Kábíyèsí abiléjọ lóò ìdágìrìgìrì tí dábọ̀ lójú àlá ẹ̀yìn kò pè ń adébọ̀rẹ́ rẹ bí eku ọgbó àtàwọn gẹ̀rẹ̀gẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn pàjágà òkè àgà àti lọ́sọ̀ mẹ́gun òkè àgà àti ìfòrò òdíjà ọ̀nà tẹ̀ ìgbẹ̀yìn ẹ̀yìn lọ́ máa tẹ́rìwò sílẹ̀ fẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yìn lọ́mọ gbọdọ̀ wọ́n lù bí ẹni ìlú àgẹ̀rẹ̀. Ọmọ onígbò kìrìbì ti bá àgbà fín, ọmọ agbẹ́gìrà gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwòdì, ọmọ òjòrújọba, ọmọ alùpùpù ìjìbọ̀tẹ̀, ọmọ àwíkẹ́jìdé akọ̀kírè ògbóṣẹ́, àwíkẹ́jìdé ọmọ olùyúgbàlùgbè. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Wọlé Ṣóyínká dàádọ́rùn ọdún láyé òye. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Wọlé Ṣóyínká dàádọ́rùn o, Olúwa kó jẹ́ kó ṣe púpọ̀ o. Ariwo Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Wọlé Ṣóyínká dàádọ́rùn ọdún láyé òye. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Wọlé Ṣóyínká dàádọ́rùn ọdún láyé òye. Olúwa jọ̀wọ́ jẹ́ kó ṣe púpọ̀ o. Mo ti sọ yìí ná Èdùmàrè dábì sí kí orí ìmúlẹ̀ sọ bí kéyìn ta ìdọ̀rọ̀ kọlà bí kéyìn ta ìdọ̀rọ̀ kò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ọlá ẹ̀kú mẹ́wàá ó ti jẹ ìkan ẹ̀rọ máa bílẹ̀ sóró ọmọ awérí níyè ni bùnmi ọkọ bùnmi ayélà àgbẹ̀ onígbà ohun lọ́nà fún èmi lọ́mọ sàròmí ọlọ́wẹ̀ lá ṣẹ̀rù bọ̀dọ̀ àgbo máa tọ́ máa là máa yè. Màgó máa tọ́, máa là máa yè, Olúwa kó fèrè sí iṣẹ́ mi o.
Please put your hands together for this great man. Please celebrate him one more time. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for him one more time. Thank you very much for that spirited performance. Before we proceed with the rest, let's quickly acknowledge the presence and appreciate His Royal Majesties seated here with us today, the Olu of Odeda Oba Olorushola David Gabiesio. Please put your hands together for Gabiesi. Help me also acknowledge and celebrate the presence of the Olu of Oloroda Oba Olatubosun Jola Osho Gabiesio, the Oroda of Oloroda Oba Olusegun Phillips Ogunshola. Please celebrate him especially. Let's also acknowledge the presence of some of our chiefs, Chief Mustafa Abdulatif, the Akin Fiwatulu of Egba land. Celebrate him, please. The Are Aroko Egba, Chief Oladamoye Oyeshiku, and the Akishiku of Egba land, Chief Bashiru Taiwo. We celebrate them especially for us. Also seated with us here, we have the Lishema of Egba land, Chief Anthony Ogunsheye, and the Agusi of Egba land, Chief Tajuddin Akinsoya. Please put your hands together for this great man one more time. Let me also acknowledge the presence of the Idire chiefs and Ogoni Egba chiefs here seated with their full regalia. Thank you so much for coming. We sincerely appreciate you. God bless you.
All right. During the Second Republic, a politician was asked why a small party did not march with the bigger party. The politician said, "We did not march with the bigger party because ornithological specimens of identical plumage congregate in identical propinquity." The reporter that was asking the question was lost. But to hide his ignorance, he now said, "Sir, for the sake of the masses, can you please come down to the level of the masses?" And then the politician looked at him and said, "Birds of a feather flock together. Ornithological specimens of identical plumage congregate in identical propinquity." I said that because we cannot be doing a program for Professor Wole Soyinka and we won't speak big English. If you don't understand, if you have not taken a dictionary, sometimes you might not understand fully what Prof writes. So that's a credit to him. It drives us back to reading. And these children, for the past 15 years, they've been doing a lot of work with the Wole Soyinka International Cultural Exchange Program. Actually, we have a number of state participants from Ogun State, Kaduna, Kogi, Gombe, Niger, Ekiti, Abia, Anambra, Oyo, Osun, Ondo, Lagos, and Enugu states. The children are here. Where are you, children? Just raise your hands wherever you are. All right. Now the competition was conducted this year, and we're going to have a recitation by the finalists of that cultural exchange program. But before we do that, before I bring her on just to make a recitation, quick recitation, permit me to recognize Linda Amadiolowo Okere. Where are you? Linda, please come quickly. Just come and take a bow. That's the person that has been coordinating them. Just take a bow and then you can go back. Please, let's put our hands together for her.
Celebrate happiness.
So, please welcome Boloku Favor as she comes to do a recitation. Please, that's the finalist of this year's competition. And let's give her some time, a little time.
So I'm not really Igbo. I'm not really Yoruba, so I don't know how to introduce myself properly in the Yoruba greeting. My name is Maloku Obiora Favor from Blossom Farm College, Oka, Anambra State. A representative of the 90 essay finalists of the Wole Soyinka International Cultural Exchange Program. We will. Okay, so the work I'll be presenting today is titled Who Says, in honor of Professor Wole Soyinka. Who says Nigeria can't be great? Who says that success can only be attained by the few? Who says that greatness is only for the people who are privileged? Who says that our color is below that of the white people that see us as monkeys? Who said we can't stand firm in our word and proclaim what we want for ourselves to be better? Today, greatness is celebrated, a legacy that has never been unmatched, a legacy that is envied by people. Abi Olobala, Si Ile Yoruba. A savior was born in the Yoruba land today. A man that was ready to speak for the justice of his people. Not hidden back by the powers that were holding him and binding him to keep his mouth shut. He was never ready to say no. He was never ready to hide because of the fear that they put him through. Though he was in prison for 22 months, he could come out and say, war is a humanity affair. I am human and I must be involved with the affairs of my people. Even at 90 years of age, he still fights. He is still ready to speak for the justice of his people, to speak for those who are oppressed, to come out of misrule, injustice, and the oppression that are being put through. Through his literary works, we see the flaws of the government hidden and then trying to come out in a way that we can understand it. Young stars are not exempted from the joy today. Let us walk in the path he has created for us, the legacy he has laid for us. Because like I said, Professor Wole Soyinka is a legacy, a living legacy. Thank you.
Thank you, Favor. Please put your hands together for Favor one more time. Still going on with the series of recitations. Please welcome to the stage, Akim Lasisi. Please celebrate Akim Lasisi. Okay, brief switch in that. You witness the recitation as presented by Oluwatoyin Onisemo. Please clap for this beautiful lady.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, esteemed royalties, honoraries, and chieftains in the room. I am indeed humbled and privileged to speak of value, integrity, and honor embodied as a man. For I have been a scavenger in the past few weeks of time, moments, and places held side by the words of Sarkozy WS, as though seen through his eyes, working in his path and being held by the hands. And I must say that this is a story of regeneration for generations and generations to come. So I hope that you enjoy this piece. It is said that in some decades, days happen, and in some days, decades happen. About 9 decades ago, a woman groaned in pain from labor in a small town known for its rich smells, rich delicacies, rich cultures, and rich friendships. A loud infant cry opened the chapters of a story of bright stars, raging thunderstorms and heavy rain outpour, as a constellation of stars with light shines on and on, even in the darkest room. His voice echoes beyond borders, not facing out. His outpour of wisdom leaves many dancing, drenched in the rain, time and time again. This is the story of a young boy with privileges who dared not to settle but be incredible. After seeing others strive, he chose to ease their life by taking giant strides and making a buffet of his mind. He writes his name in the sands of time by relentlessly crossing demarcation lines and daily escalating his mouth. For him, normality was overbearing. So as a veteran warrior, he took to daring, feasting, fighting, and combating, feasting against the stinging bees of injustice, fighting against the prism of colonialism, daring against the intrusion of corruption, and combating the cankerworms of political malpractices all over the world by his exploit of being a literary icon. This is a journey of daring even from cradle to sit at his father's table, from burning the midnight candles to standing before nobles and constables, from his unending questions to his bellowing narrations. This man grew never to corn. This boy grew to boldly stand, and this elder remains a welder, welding together the streams of nature, culture, power, and social justice. Professor Wole Soyinka reminds us of hunger, having yearned, consumed a lot, belched, and gave back a whole lot. So this is a memoir of wrestling against the normality of brutality, a roving expedition over oppression, rummaging deep in the pursuit of balance, and standing on the premise of justice. Prancing through his works like urchins, I am reminded of the Bruce Lee lines. Empty your minds, shapeless, formless like water, for water goes into a cup and becomes a cup, goes into a bottle and becomes a bottle. Professor Wole Soyinka pours himself into a novel and he becomes the novel, pours himself into a play and he becomes the play, pours himself into a poem and becomes the poem, pours himself into a song and becomes the song that sits on our lips and that we are singing even on this very day. This is an accolade for his unwavering solidarity, for painting a vivid tapestry of justice, for flaunting the pillars that formed him and showcasing the souls that sprouted it. The trumpeter of Ake, the broadcaster of Ishara, the gem of Abeokuta, the warrior of Nigeria, and the international legend. This is a tribute, and I will be taking this tribute by the letters of his name. Tribute to a winner, for the many wins that came with his sweeps. Tribute to an orator, the one that mines words like gold. Tribute to a leader, the one that takes the forefront fighting for the freedom of the masses. Tribute to an enigma, the one who's left with many puzzles and asking unending questions. Tribute for his solicitation, tribute for his originality, tribute for his yearnings, tribute for his inspiration, tribute for his mobility, tribute for his kindness, and tribute for his activism. Tribute Professor Wole Soyinka. I have heard that miracles often come in simple packages. And looking at Prof, I have no excuse to argue. His waistcoat jacket that reminds of Joseph's coat of many colors. His white estrance that reminds of the wisdom of Solomon. His writings that reminds of the letters of Paul. And just like David, he reminds us of being a man after the people's heart. For a man after the people's heart must be a man after God's heart. That village boy, the headmaster's son who wanted to be a doctor, is now a doctor of words, offering prescription to weak and feeble minds to rise, erupting 1,000 of echoes and heralding a resolution to a journey of defiance. This is to creativity. In this world, every man has a right to curiosity. For I realize that curiosity doesn't kill the cat. It only lays a man for man to choose his path and the world to doff her heart. So this is to curiosity. And in case curiosity doesn't kill the cat, I can't hear no mewing. So we gather today as beneficiaries of his genius reforms, to decades of teaching boys to be men, to decades of mentoring men to roar even after their voices are broken, equipping weak and feeble hands to shoulder the burden of a legion of others. Today we echo, happy birthday, Professor Oluwole Akiwande Babatunde Soyinka. Thank you.
Full-scale artistic display by Oluwatomi Onisemo. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not tired, please welcome to the stage Akim Lasisi.
Salute to Soyinka. Because there may never be a second night, I shall plant my tongue in the soil of tonight. I shall construct a castle of words as an eternal monument to the sage's birth. Emon rises heavily in Okoile. Aferibojo rises heavily in its hole. Whether Emon rises well or not, once Soyinka rises well, the deed is done. The chameleon that treads softly soon departs from the surface of the earth. What more of the prancing toad that bangs itself upon the floor? But because Soyinka is the firstborn of the creation God, amidst the Ofi, amidst the Ola, in the middle of the Ola, amidst the Ofi, Pandora's foot yet feels the ripeness of age. Because Soyinka is the firstborn of a partial God, his cat has lived to number his 90 years. Oh, then for the Lion of Africa, let the drums roll 1,000 times. For the hunter of hunters, a caliber of chants. For the metaphysical pen that defies fires and despots thunder, the nightingale is here for a marathon chant. For Oluma may strap him to her back like a holy child. Ishara may build a bunker for his umbilical cord. From countries to continents, the drums are rolling. From the Antarctic to the antique deluge of wines. Because in the library of his 90 seasons, his legacies are bound in 1 million books. From the depth of his silver head, our schools are littered with quotable quotes. Oh, let me kiss the wave to gain the pulse of the Nile. If I can touch the blade of your dress, my craft will never remain the same again. If I can feel a strand of your silver head, I shall win a multitude with my Commonwealth songs. Lend me a sacred pun. to really jack up my Commonwealth poems. If I can't fill the sound of your ignorant ears, and I'm within a multitude with 1,000 songs, you will be my only poem that never ends. Because a good man is like a poem, a genuine poem that comes in the blue moon of a natural sky. You are the broad leaves of new inspiration, fanning and fanning the embers of my soul. A jug of fermented wine, your appeal pervades my being. It grieves my thoughts to an incredible depth. Torí pé eégún bá gbé ní a máa ń kó bí fègúngún ooo. Bóòṣà bá gbé ní a máa ń kó bí ìforíṣà. Wọlé Ṣóyínká ló gbé mi, mo bá kọrin pé bàbá mi kan Kànmí Àlàgbé ọmọ RECITE jẹ́ èjìgbọ́jọ́. Ibi tí wọ́n ní kí ó gbégbé ọmọ mọ́ gbé adúpẹ́ ibẹ̀ ló gbé ooo. Ibi kí wọ́n ní tẹ́tí ọmọ tẹ̀ láyé ibẹ̀ lọ́tẹ̀tẹ̀tẹ̀. Ṣóyínká tó bá dagbọ́n kọ́ ọmọ ta mí, kòǹgí bàbá. Ìgbà tó pé 90 yìí tó wá dòdò mọ́mọ́ ń gbé lọ Kànmí Àlàgbé ọmọ RECITE ní ìkú wí. Torí bẹ́ẹ̀ dá mi mọ̀ pé èmi ni, ìrèdí mọ̀kúlẹ̀ mi kúkú ń jẹ́. Èmi lè jí wá ní ara làgbẹ̀dẹ̀ ọmọ àwòrán ìtúrọ̀ ìrìnàpọ̀ ayọ̀mọ̀ jẹ́ ìjìbọjọ́. Àyòyè ẹ̀kẹ́ kúkú ni mí, ṣé bí oyún ló yẹ ìyá mi lójú òbí mi fún bàbá Kànmí Àlàgbé ọmọ RECITE. Èmi ni mo ṣe lé fọ́ba ọba fún lówó, mo kì í fún dóyè ìjọsí ó ní máa mú ìyàwó òun lọ ni. Torí bẹ́ẹ̀ dá mi mọ̀ pé èmi ni. Mo ní pé o, kọ́lọ́hún má jẹ́ ká yára wa o, kọ́lọ́hún má jẹ́ ká yára wa. Egbò àsùnwọ̀n ọ̀já látọ̀sí yìí, kọ́lọ́hún má jẹ́ ká yára. Thank you very much.
All right. Ó kọrin fún Joyè, ó ní ọmọ ìmúyàwó òun lọ. Ọlọ́run ṣàánú ẹ̀ o. Ọlọ́dẹ tó rè pẹ́ o tí ò mẹ́ràn bọ̀. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the major impacts of Professor Wole Soyinka is in the line of road safety in the country. And he played significant role even before the Federal Road Safety Corps was formed, right from the University of Ife. Up till eventually when it became the pioneer of the Federal Road Safety Corps. And we have a heavy presence of road safety people here. Federal Road Safety Corps, the Deputy Corps Commander is here. Adelaja, Commander Adelaja Ogungbemi, PhD. We want to celebrate you. We want you to just wave to us here, wherever you are, sir. We want to welcome you properly. We want to thank God. We also have the DCC operations representing the sector commander. That's the DCC operation is representing the sector commander. I think we also have other members of the corps. We'd like you to just please rise up for recognition. All the other members of the Road Safety Corps who are here, please let's put our hands together. They came to honor their pioneer. All right, you can be seated. We appreciate you. At this time, you don't have the privilege of seeing what you're about to see in the daylight, but they came also to honor their master. And distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, join me to formally welcome. We'd like you to please clear the aisle now. I like Ejo Gbogbo àwa tá rìn láàrin ọ̀nà yìí ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká àwọn oní kámẹ́rà yìí gan Ọlọ́run ó ṣọ́ gbogbo ọ̀pá all your tripod that you are putting here. Please
clear the aisle.
Please clear the aisle.
Tripod stops.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the National Association of Sea Dogs, the Pirates Confraternity. They came here just to honor Professor Wole Soyinka. Let's put our hands together for them as they come. Please, let's put those hands together for them. Thank you.